his efforts have resulted in over $100 million in financing to a diversified group of lower middle market borrowers. Todd's got over 20 years of commercial finance experience. Dan is the president and founder of Core Financial. He founded the company in 2008. State-of-the-art technology platform that has enabled him to provide working capital to over 3,000 small businesses and owners nationwide. I think the merchant cash advance business is, if you compare it to factoring and ABL, it's a relatively new phenomenon without a great deal of case law. Correct. And so there's some questions that persist, and I guess the first is this transaction a true sale transaction? Let's start off with Todd in his opening statement.
Great. Thank you very much, Alan. Let me start by being perfectly clear in that there is no clear answer. The only thing I can say with absolute certainty on this subject is that not all merchant cash advances can be considered true sales, and maybe no merchant cash advance can be considered a true sale. And let me sort of give a little background as to how I come up with that determination. As Alan mentioned, I'm the director for business development for Entrepreneur Growth Capital and Credit Cash, and many of you in the room know my boss, the owner of the firm, Dean Landis, who has been involved with his family in the factoring and the asset-based lending business for over 75 years. So the Landis family certainly has an understanding between the differences between a purchase and sale agreement and a secured lending agreement. And the way that we got into this business is that over the course of years, like Dean was providing lines of credit to a variety of companies, he was approached at very, very early stages of the merchant cash advance business to finance some of these providers. So we had an opportunity to sort of look at the inner workings of these businesses and get a sense of the business, and found it of interest. Didn't at that time make a loan to any of these merchant cash advance businesses, but thought maybe the product had some merit and perhaps could be adapted to some of the clients that we were financing. So I guess about 9 years ago now, Credit Cash was launched, and from the get-go, because it was gray, because it wasn't clear, our product has always been structured as a loan product. If you know Dean, he's a fairly conservative approach to both his lending and to his business practices, and there certainly wasn't any case law, or very little case law at that time, to determine whether or not it was a true sale or a loan. So he came down strongly on the side of structuring our loans, our product as a loan. And of course, that was taken into consideration of conversations with a variety of attorneys, including our in-house legal counsel and probably some attorneys in this room as well. So we have always structured this as a loan, and I think it's challenging to sort of look at this space and to make a firm determination, because at this point now, while the industry is fairly young, it has matured to some extent, and there's now such a wide variety of products which are considered merchant cash advances. Are you being paid through split funding? Is it an ACH program? Are the credit card sales going to a lockbox program? Is it based upon credit card sales? Is it based upon a borrower's total overall revenues? Is it based upon the company's bank balances? Is it a fixed daily repayment? Is it a percentage of sales? Do you require a PG? Do you not require a PG? I mean, there's a whole plethora of options and variety in this space. So I think it's very challenging for someone to make the argument that merchant cash advances in their entirety should be considered true sales.